My name is Douglas Ottenlips, and I was a lieutenant in the United States Navy. Well, I graduated from college in 1967, and prior to that, I knew that I was not going to do any graduate studies. So I determined that at that time, rather than wait to be drafted or whatever, that I would enlist. And I knew that there was an OCS program, and so I applied for that OCS program in the Navy. I had been intrigued by the Navy for many, many years, reading a lot of books, etc. on that, and historically. And I was accepted into the OCS program of September of '67. And so I had finished college, I worked for the railroad for 3 months, and then I went up to Newport, Rhode Island. I was in the service from the time that I was accepted into OCS until I got out in February of '71, so approximately 4 years. Well, I went through OCS, and they did not have a boot camp per se. They tended to have more like an indoctrination week, which was a little bit of trying to get you down to knowing the basics, etc. And then there was a 4-month class along those particular lines. And at that time, I believe there was about 1,200 people there at one time, so they were really producing a lot of officers at that particular time. Well, it was the first time I'd ever flown, so that was one thing, getting up to Newport. And then walking in the first night, I came in on a Friday night, and that's typically the night that the barracks are cleaned and that. And everyone was telling me that I was going to be sorry, along with all the other people I was walking in with, so I do remember that. I enjoyed the people I was with and the company that I was part of. It was an indoctrination into the service. I went to a military high school, so I knew what to expect to a certain degree as far as the basics of how to do things. But it was being in a completely different environment, getting accustomed to being in New England during the wintertime, the routine of how things went, so I remember that.